Credit is very important. For me, investing in your credit is very important because you get to get better interest rate, better terms. You can get lines of credit when you want, loans what you want. You can use that money to go out there and make more money. You could buy a business, you could buy real estate. It's no endless possibilities when it comes to your credit, having great credit. But sometimes we cheap out and go the hard route. So instead of being credit heaven, we go through credit hell. In this video, I'm going to talk about a few things we could do so we can stay in heaven. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Level Up Finance, where we talk about money, mindset on the road to get millions. The average American is at about $5,600 of credit card debt. And roughly the average interest rate per credit card in the US is around 19%. Now that's a recipe for disaster. High interest rate, high debt, plus you're actively using your credit card, racking up more debt on that credit card. So there's nothing good that could come out of this. The best bet is to pay more than the minimum. If you ever look on top of your credit card statement, check it out. It basically gives you how many years it would take to pay off your credit card if you only use the minimum payment. You know, I got an example, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Basically $5,200, it would take you 23 years to pay it off by just paying the minimum. You know, and then you will basically more than double, you know, your amount that you had before, your balance. Now, if you did it in 3 years, you pay him a little bit more than the minimum, but you still paying extra money. You know, you're paying about $1,200 more. So being cheap, just paying your minimum payment, it could really hurt you in the long run. So the best bet is to try to pay it off every single month. And remember, this is like recycling money. So if you put $1,000 on your credit card, $2,000 on your credit card, it's not like it disappeared. You could use your credit card again and use that $1,000 and $2,000 you just put on your credit card. It's recycling money. Don't worry about it. And if you really need to take money off your credit card, there's ways to do that too. Next is utilization. Utilization to me is very important. It's 30% of your credit score, but it's very important because you can instantly have bad credit like that. If you at 1% utilization this month and you at 99.99% credit utilization next month, you basically have bad credit. Nobody want to lend you money. Your credit score going to drop like a brick. You know, you can't get no increases. You can't get new credit. You just look bad, very, very bad. And this is from just being cheap. So if you pay down your utilization from 80%, 90% to very low, like 7% or lower, then you look really good. Really, really good. Now your lending power goes up. Now you get new credit cards if you want to. Now you can get loans if you want to. And on top of that, your score gonna go up. Your score 100% gonna go up if you drop your utilization very low. You know, and you just look good overall if you keep that habit up. So you can always get approved. If you got no derogatories, nothing crazy on your credit, you're always gonna get approved. You know, you're gonna be in the 700 club plus. Next is secure cards and secure loans. Secure cards and secure loans are great tools for building or rebuilding your credit. And where we go wrong and go cheap is try to put the minimum amount that we can on them. So with a secure card, instead of putting $2,000 or $1,000 or whatever on a secure card, we go to $250. Same thing with a loan. So, you know, in return, doing that and being cheap, we won't get the biggest limits that we possibly could get, you know, with a new credit card that we might get, or when it unsecures, right? So if you have a $2,000 or $3,000 secure credit card, more than likely it's going to graduate to a $4,000, $5,000 credit card. But if you have a $250 credit card, more than likely that secure card might graduate to $1,000. You know, with Navy Federal, it usually graduates to $2,000, but any other company, it might graduate smaller because you have a small limit. The same thing with a secure loan. Like when it don't graduate, but if somebody only see you having $250 for a loan on your credit report, as far as another bank, they're going to only think you could handle around $250, $500, $1,000, you know, for your loan maybe. Next is paying derogatory items. This includes old charge-offs or charge-off, collections, and what's going on out there in the streets. They saying don't pay your collections, don't pay charge-offs because of section 456, 859, subsection 25. Come on, you know, like I heard that before, and I seen people do it. I did it and not pay the collections and old charge-offs, and bad things end up happening. You could get sued. You go to court, you could get sued. You get a default judgment if you don't show up for court. You can get your wage garnished. You get a lien on your house just because you listen to somebody to say, basically, don't pay your bills. Like if you don't want to pay it and stuff like that, you got to tackle this thing early, like right in the beginning. But because if you let it linger and linger and linger, it's going to go through all those cycles and steps, and then you're going to get, your ass handed to you because you were cheap. You could settle for like 25%, 30%, 50% sometimes, off rip with the credit card company instead of a collection agency. And then you could settle really for less, and then you could negotiate so they won't put this on your credit report, so they won't, report any lates, things of that nature, as long as you do it quick. Boom. Don't be cheap. Next up is credit repair. If you want to save the most amount of money, you can do it yourself. I know I did it myself, but if you're a procrastinator, if you're lazy, and you just want somebody else to do it that know what they're doing, we go with a credit repair company. I did in the past. Yes, they definitely cost money, but if you look at credit the way I look at it, if you could pay $750 to fix your credit up, and now you're able to get $750,000 in credit lines and stuff like that, or even $70,000 or $50,000 or $30,000 or $20,000, that $750 was well worth cleaning up your credit report. It's a great investment, and you could get that money to make more money. You could buy business. You could do all type of things. You could have credit cards for emergencies. Your car break down, swipe. Like a medical emergency, you got to go to the hospital, pay the ER bill, swipe. Whatever you need to do, you always feel safe. So, with a credit repair agency, if you find a good one, then it could really help you out, and you can just sit back, relax, and everything get cleaned up. And next thing you know it, then you way lendable now. Now you can get credit cards and be approved now. I'm actually working with a credit agency right now, a credit repair agency. Everything looked good. Like I got a package, right next to me of all the stuff that came back from Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, LexisNexis, and some other companies I never heard about before. But this company's doing some stuff. I think they might clean up my terrible looking credit report. So I'll keep y'all in tune. I'll let y'all know what's going on with them, and if they legit as far as cleaning everything up and everything. Like I said, I eat my own cooking, so I'm dealing with them first before I even say a word about them, to you guys, man, because I think they're it. I never seen this before with other credit repair agencies. This has been like a month, and I'm already seeing all this paperwork coming. Other credit repair agencies usually take 2-3 months for me to see any type of paperwork, and things of that nature. I definitely haven't seen no LexisNexis coming back, or these other reporting companies. That's what they call it. It's about 3 or 4, I believe, that I got. So they're doing some extra cleaning, and I appreciate that, So I'm very excited. So anyways, but being cheap with a credit repair agency, sometimes you get what you pay for and you won't get results. Credit repair is one of those things that is hit or miss. So if you go with a cheap company, they could keep charging you $80, $50, whatever they charge, keep collecting money and not really doing no work, and you're not getting no results. It's like shooting the money literally in the garbage. If you go and spend some money, you might as well want that money to work and give you good service so you get good results. So these are a couple of things that we all cheap on and we neglect and we think is nothing, but at the end of the day, it's hurting us. So if we do these things the right way, we will level up our credit, we will be in a better position, and at the end of the day, we all want to get approved. So if you learned something, if this was entertaining at all, give me one of these, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll talk to you on the next one, all right? Level up.